Also in League One, Wycombe are at home against Charlton. Here's Sam Avery.
Yeah, and today is all about Joe Jacobson, who is going to make his 400th and final Wycombe appearance, but he's going to have to do so from the bench. 3 changes from the side that drew 1-1 away to Cambridge on Tuesday. In come Jack Grimmer, Dale Taylor and Richard Kone. No Jason McCarthy, no Sam Vokes. Freddie Potts injured, so won't play one final time for Wycombe on loan from West Ham. The Chairboys line up like this: Ravizoli in goal, back 4 of Leahy, Lonvike, Farino and Grimmer, Butcher and Scowen in midfield, with Sadlier, Taylor and McCleary behind striker Kone. On the bench for the Chairboys, Shepherd, Jacobson, due his 400th appearance off the bench today, Tafazoli, Wheeler, Vokes, Kodua and Labala. Victory for Wycombe will confirm a top 10 finish. It's a 100th game as manager today as well for Matt Bloomfield. 27 games at Colchester, 73 now at Wycombe. The Chairboys currently on their longest unbeaten league run under Bloomfield, 6 league games unbeaten, but they take on a Charlton side 14 games unbeaten under former Hatters boss Nathan Jones. It's Wycombe against Charlton.
Sam Avery's watching this one for us this afternoon. Afternoon, Sam.
Afternoon.
Just 1 defeat in 10 league games, and that was to Portsmouth. It's been a decent end to this season. We've said it several times, but I was looking at all the games and the results, and yeah, there's been a few draws mixed in amongst them. And the defeat was, as I say, against Portsmouth, who are pretty much beating everything in front of them, which is not easy for me to say. But really good form at the end of this season.
Yeah, great form, and we touched upon it on Tuesday. They'd want to try and carry it on into next season, particularly here at home as well. Portsmouth was one of just 2 home defeats in 2024 in all competitions as well, so they've been really good here at home, and I'm sure they'll be looking to keep up their unbeaten run. 6 league games unbeaten, longest unbeaten league run under Bloomfield. This is certainly the best that Wycombe have been under Bloomfield. From the moment when he took over in February last year, this is the best place I think Wycombe have been in terms of how they're performing and how they look going into next season.
What can we say about Joe Jacobson? What can we say about a real stalwart, a big part of Wycombe over the last, however many years? How many years has it been, Sam?
It's been a decade. It was his testimonial year, 10 years, 400 appearances when he inevitably comes on today, and 99 goal contributions as well. So if Wycombe get a penalty, he's got to come off the bench and take it, because then he'll be finishing his Wycombe career with exactly 400 appearances and exactly 100 goal contributions. We were talking about it half an hour ago or so. 100 goal contributions for a fullback. I know he's been their penalty taker, and he obviously takes free kicks and sometimes even scores from corners, but it's an incredible record. But not only his goals and his assists, but his attitude as well. He's been a real leader for the whole of those 10 years, and Wycombe have probably enjoyed their best period as a football club in these last 10 years. And, you talk about Ainsworth, you talk about Akinfenwa, Jacobson's a massive part of that as well. There's nothing really you can say about, and that hasn't already been said. He's an absolute club legend, and I'm sure he'll get the send-off he deserves this afternoon.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because Akinfenwa obviously gets a lot of column inches, and you understand why. He's a larger-than-life character. He's a big character. But that Jacobson ball in, Akinfenwa header for a period was so important for Wycombe.
Yeah, it was trademark Wycombe for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know how many Akinfenwa goals were set up by Jacobson. It must be probably in the 20s. It happens so often, whether that be from corners or just from an open play delivery out wide. It was synonymous, wasn't it? Jacobson's delivery is perfect, and Akinfenwa was always in the right place to get up and score a header. So it was really effective for Wycombe, and it's why they ended up in the Championship. He scored so many goals for Wycombe in League One and League Two as well a few seasons prior to that. So Akinfenwa, Jacobson, Ainsworth, there's so many players that have had a massive impact here in the last 10 years, and Jacobson is right up there.
And just a brief word on Charlton, of course. Nathan Jones, his first job after the disappointments on the south coast, but he seems to have found a club that's working for him, and maybe he's getting back to where he wants to be, and Charlton, I would imagine, are absolutely delighted they've appointed him.
Yeah, he's doing really well. He's not lost since his first game in charge of Charlton, which was back in February away to Reading. 14 games unbeaten. I mean, having said that, they've drawn 6 of the last 7, and over those 14 games they've drawn 10, so they want to try and convert those draws into wins. But you feel like, if Nathan Jones can get the summer recruitment right, they should be up there next season, because they've got one of the best managers in the division, and potentially, the potential of Charlton is huge. I mean, they're a championship club, really, aren't they? I know they've had their ownership problems in the last few years, and they've had so many different managers. But if they can, find a bit of consistency under Nathan Jones, get a settled squad for next season, they've got some really good young up and coming players as well, Charlton. You feel like next year they should surely be pushing for at least the playoffs.